Let me ask you a simple question. Do you ever wonder why some people start as beginners in English and step by step become fluent speakers while others stay stuck at the same level for years? They study, they memorize, they try hard, but nothing changes. Why does this happen? And more importantly, how can you become one of the people who grows, who improves, who actually becomes fluent? Think about it for a moment. If you stay with me for the next few minutes, you will understand something that many learners never learn in their whole life. Because today, I will show you the best learning path to go from beginner to fluent in English, even if you are A1 or A2 right now. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need a teacher every day. You don't need to travel. You only need the right steps, the right order, and the right habits. And I promise, if you listen until the end, you will leave with a learning plan you can start today. Before we start, ask yourself this: where am I right now in my English? Maybe you understand simple words but can't make sentences. Maybe you can speak a little but you stop and think too much. Maybe you want to speak but feel afraid, shy, or slow. These feelings are normal. Every fluent speaker felt them before you. Even I had moments when speaking was difficult. But here is the secret. Fluency is not something you are born with. Fluency is something you build slowly, step by step, like making a small house with small stones. And today I will give you those stones. So let's begin with the first big idea. English fluency always starts with input. If you are A1 or A2, your brain needs simple, easy English. Not fast movies, not difficult books. It needs clear, slow English that you can understand at least 80 to 90%. Why is this important? Because your brain learns language by hearing patterns again and again. If the input is too hard, your brain does not learn. You feel confused, tired, and stressed. But if the input is easy, your brain starts to pick the language naturally. This is the same way children learn. They hear easy language first, not difficult sentences. So as a beginner, your first step is to listen to simple English every single day. Even 10 minutes helps. Podcasts like this, easy stories, slow talks, simple conversations, these things grow your English quietly in the background, even when you don't notice. But input alone is not enough. You also need the second step, copying the sounds of English. This is where shadowing comes in. Shadowing means listening and speaking at the same time. At A1 or A2, do not try to shadow whole sentences. Start small. Shadow short phrases like, "Good morning," "I like this," "I am learning," "I feel happy." Why does shadowing help so much? Because it trains your mouth. You cannot speak a language if your mouth does not know the sounds. Many beginners think they are bad at English, but the truth is, they just never train their mouth. Shadowing fixes this. Shadow a little every day, slowly first, then faster. It builds confidence and fluency like magic. Now let's talk about the third step. Make English part of your daily life. You don't need to study for hours. You need to bring English into small moments. For example, when you wake up, say 3 sentences about your day. Today I will learn. Today I will practice. Today I feel good. When you eat, describe your food. When you walk, describe what you see. When you think, ask yourself questions in English. Where am I going? What do I want? What am I doing? These small actions make your brain think in English. And thinking in English is one of the biggest keys to fluency. But I know what you might be thinking. Alex, I don't have anyone to speak with. How can I become fluent alone? And here's where step 4 becomes important. Speak English alone every day. Yes, alone. Speaking alone is not strange. It is powerful. It makes you active instead of passive. When you speak alone, you control the topic, the speed, the words. You don't need to feel shy. You can talk about your life, your dreams, your plans, your goals. You can practice long sentences. You can repeat the same idea 10 times until it becomes easy. Speaking alone is the secret many learners ignore, but the ones who do it become fluent faster than anyone else. The next step is something most beginners never do, but you must do it. Learn English in small groups, not big lists. Do not try to memorize 30 words a day. You will forget. Instead, learn small word groups called chunks. For example, I'm not sure. Can you help me? I don't know yet. It depends. That's a good idea. These chunks are like small tools. You can use them again and again in many conversations. You don't need grammar explanations to use them. You just see them. And when you speak with chunks, your English becomes smoother and more natural. Now, let's talk about the emotional part of learning English, the part that often stops people from reaching fluency. Many learners feel fear of mistakes, fear of sounding bad, fear of being judged. But here is something important. Fear does not stop you from becoming fluent. Silence does. You can make mistakes every day and still become fluent. But if you stay silent, nothing changes. So repeat this sentence with me. Mistakes help me grow. Say it again. Mistakes help me grow. When you accept mistakes, you free yourself. You stop waiting for perfect English. You start using the English you have. And that is how fluency begins. Let's go deeper into your learning path. After input, shadowing, daily English, speaking alone, and learning chunks, the next step is this. Use English in real situations, even small ones. You don't need a partner for this. You can do it online in comments and messages and simple chats. You can use English apps. You can speak to chatbots. You can practice with yourself in the mirror. You can read a sentence and explain it in your own words. These small real actions build confidence, and confidence is more important than vocabulary. Now I want to share a small story with you. A learner named Daniel started at A1. He could only say short sentences like, "My name is Daniel, I like music, I am from Mexico." He felt shy and nervous. He wanted to become fluent but didn't know how. So he followed a simple path, exactly the one I'm telling you today. He listened to easy English every day. He shadowed simple phrases. He talked to himself in the morning. He used chunks. He made mistakes, but didn't stop. After 3 months, he could talk about his day in simple English. After 6 months, he could speak for 2 minutes without stopping. After 1 year, he had simple conversations with people online. Today, he is fluent enough to work in English. What changed his life? Not talent, not luck, not living in an English country. What changed his life was the path, the right steps in the right order. Now let's put this learning path into a simple daily plan you can follow. Step 1. Listen 10 minutes a day to easy English. Step 2. Shadow 5 short phrases. Step 3. Talk to yourself about one topic for 2 minutes. Step 4. Learn 2 or 3 chunks you can use in life. Step 5. Do one small real action in English. Write a comment, read a short text, or speak to yourself again. If you follow this plan for 30 days, your English will grow. If you follow it for 90 days, your speaking will change. If you follow it for a year, you will become someone new, someone fluent. Before we finish, I want to ask you a question. What would your life look like if you were fluent in English? What job could you get? What people could you speak with? What places could you visit? What opportunities could open for you? Fluency is not just about words. It is about your future. And today, you took the first step toward it. Thank you for listening. I'm Alex, and this is the English Shadowing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, share, and come back for more. Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep growing. You can do this.